Alrighty then, welcome back. Hey, got a quick video for you today. I'm not going to dive down the table. I'm not even going to do a separate intro for this. A couple of weeks ago, or about a week and a half now, I did a review on this guy, the Cleito Mini, basically a Nautilus compatible clearomizer, and I told you that I got a RBA head in the mail for that, and I was going to see what the deal was. Real quick and short, she don't work with this. Here is the RBA in question. This is the VVTF Kabuki RBA. Forgive the little bit of fuzz that's on it. Thought I got all the cotton off of it. And yeah, it's a perfectly fine RBA, and I've used it in a buddy of mine's Nautilus, and it works perfectly fine. In fact, this is going to him after this. The problem is, it doesn't work with this particular clearomizer, and the reason being is that the way that the Nautilus and the Kabuki and all of these other clearomizers work is you've got this top cap that has this chimney that drops down. This doesn't. And because of that, and the height of the tank, what you end up getting is that gap right there. As you thread this thing in, it leaves the entire top of it open, and it just floods the entire thing out, no matter whether you're doing a vertical coil like this or a horizontal coil traditionally. Yeah, so if you're going to get one of these RBA bases, just keep in mind it's not going to work with the Cleito Mini, unless you get the VVTF version 1, which had a separate sleeve adapter that went over the top, but a lot of people complained about the quality of those things. So yeah, I'm not going to be getting an RBA for this. This works perfectly fine in the Nautilus Mini, the Nautilus. I imagine it'll work perfectly fine in the Triton Mini as well. This obviously works for the Kabuki. It's built for the Kabuki. And I imagine it'll work perfectly fine with the Nautilus too. All of those tanks have those, really deep drop-down chimneys on them. So if you're going to get one of these, just keep in mind, you got to have a tank that's compatible with it. Or if you have one of these, keep in mind, you cannot get the version 2 or version 2A of the VVTF. Yeah, so just a little bit of cautionary tale. Now, on an aside, and I don't have my buddy's tank with me here to test this he's got a vape on it. This thing works great. If you've got an original Nautilus Mini, Kabuki tank, yeah, this is a way to go. Bit of a pain to build. Let me show you the top there. See that little tiny nubbin at the top? That little bitty hole? Yeah. That's one screw. And there's the other. These are tiny screws. To call these screws tiny is just an exercise in extreme understatement. That being said, once you've done it 2 or 3 times, it's actually not that bad to build. The leads go in kind of weird. You have to, especially for a vertical coil, you got to kind of jank the one of the legs. You see that one there at the bottom of the screen, how it goes off and then back to the side. And this other one just kind of goes in traditionally. So one of your leads is going to be a little janked up, whichever one you decide to do. Does have a little bit of a steep learning curve, but I think if you've got a Nautilus, or the Nautilus 2, or the Kabuki, or potentially the new iJoy Elf, it looks like that might be compatible with this as well. It's got a pretty deep chimney. It might be worth picking one of these up, simply because you'll be able to build your own coils and build them the way that you want. Not a whole lot of room in this. You're going to be stuck with about a 2.5mm inner diameter at the most, because, that's what that is right there. It's a 2.5mm inner diameter, and I've barely got any room for outer wicking. 3mm coil is not going to work on this, because even horizontally, because that's the amount of room you've got right there. Not a whole lot. Don't know what else to say. It works fine. Does not work in this. So, yeah, nothing else with this video. Told you it was going to be nice and short and sweet. I've got another video coming up today. I'll be recording that here directly. It's for the Merlin Mini, rather, RTA. Not sure which video is going to go up first. We'll see what happens. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. And, yeah, I got more coming down the pipeline. Check it out.